Okay, so I lost a piece of recording and I will try to record it again. It's not possible for me to retrace exactly the steps that I've made before losing this footage, but I don't really know what happens. Sometimes I just lose pieces. It's a mystery. It has happened before, but with Baldur's Gate, I think. And I'm missing 15 minutes in between two episodes, and I will try to re-record it again, the missing piece. So we were here in front of Wolf Cave, and we cannot get in there. Absolutely not. I tried, and we are way under-leveled for this. Because I'm playing this game by the rules. This way, this way, this way. So, I want to go to Tarant and I want to have less random encounters as possible. Where would I go? Maybe like this. I hope we don't die 1,000 times over just because we meet the wrong animals. So, yep, what did I just say? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Even the first time I recorded this, it was as bad as it will be now. I'm pretty sure. Maybe that is what it happened, because I was dying continuously. I thought I was cutting the continuous reloading, but then I ended up cutting an entire piece. That might have been what happened. Alright. Okay, let's see if we can get to Tarant in peace. Wish me luck. Yeah, if early in this game, if you have the wrong random encounter, you're just done. I was about to say, I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna, yeah, this is death. This is pure death. We cannot beat them. I've tried the first time I recorded this, so I need to stop several times in between and save. Maybe we could have taken a boat, but no. Sometimes it helps if you change routes. If you go this way instead of that way, and such and such. Okay, those you can fight. Those we can handle. Poor things. I wonder if there is any lore about the origins of the kites.
It is done.
Sorry, I didn't mean that, you guys. Actually...
It is done. It is done.
Actually...
It is done.
Where are you going? Don't spread out that much. There. I remember I arrived in Tarant. That is only one wolf, thank God. I arrived in Tarant during the morning or evening. Not sure. But I need to try. Okay, so this is the right time. Okay, so this behind here is the boil or the slums of Tarant, and we are in fact in Tarant. Beyond this bridge there are the city gates. I think we arrived at the right time this time. To recreate exactly, yeah, because I met this woman and she goes home after a while. Hello, I'm new here, could you help me? Of course, sir, what may I help you with? How about Pichulier and Sons? What is it? Well, that one is a bit difficult to find. It backs up to Grimson Way, but its door is on an alley off of Devonshire Way. Any work to be had around here? You would have to ask around for any employment opportunities. I'm not aware of any per se. Alright, thank you very much. This is the tube station. Hello? This beautiful, finely dressed woman casts a cautious glance around before addressing you in hushed tones. Excuse my forwardness, sir, but I could not help but overhear your recent inquiry for work from the constable. That is correct. I am searching for gainful employment. We can't talk here. Please meet me at my house later and I will fill you in on my needs. I reside at 3 Langston Road. Good day. Course. Good day. And this is a paper boy. I was saying this is the tube station, and there are many of these around the town, and that is the fast travel for Tarant. It's pretty handy sometimes, but it's not free. Okay, let's try and get immediately to the telegraph office. Yes, what can I do for you? May I ask you a question? What can I do for you, sir? Have you heard anything interesting? Have you met Mr. Cedric Appleby, laughingstock of the city? Couldn't make a steam engine to save his life. Okay, many thanks. Goodbye. What about you? What do you want? Hello, sir. Might I ask you who you are? The man is looking at the sewer grating directly in front of him. Yes, of course. My name is Matthew Jameson. Nice to meet you. A pleasure. What are you doing out here on the street? Oh, bloody bother. I woke up this morning, took my early trip to the loo. So I'm washing my hands and my wedding ring falls off, right down the sink and disappears. That's a shame. And I went out with the lads last night. We had a few pints too many and I didn't get home until late. So, you know what the wife is going to think. I thought I might go down into the sewers and see if I could find it, but I hear dreadful things about the sewers. Perhaps I might be of assistance? Would you now? I'd be so appreciative. I don't at all savor the thought of tramping around in the sewers, messing up my shoes. If you were to go down there and find the ring for me, I'd pay you 150 gold pieces. Well, I'll see. Splendid. I'll wait your return then. Good day. Well, we will go to the sewers eventually. There is loot to be had in the sewers, and they are a fine dungeon for when you are a bit more leveled up, but we will be going in them. This is Grant's Tavern. This is a shop that sells jewels and dresses, and this other one down here was a general shop. But let's head where we must, and hope it is open. Must be Tarant Telegraph. And it is open, thankfully enough. How may we at the Tarant Telegraph office help you today? Do you have a telegram for Virgil? No, sir, just Virgil. He shuffles some papers around. Yes, we do, as a matter of fact. That will be 2 coins. All right, here. Thank you, please come again. Okay. Tarant Union Telegraph. Okay, I have discovered something interesting concerning our friends with the strange amulet.
A telegram sent by Elder Joachim. I don't know what to make of it. It seems that he thinks it's very important to find out why these men are trying to kill you. Much more important than being here to protect you.
Oh, well, Mr. Dixon clearly needs protection. Right about now, in this adventure, he's not a strong, mighty guy, and being seen in company with humans and ogres might be of help to not look that much vulnerable. Well, I thought that was your job, Virgil.
It is, blast it! I'm sorry, I don't mean to get so angry. I just don't have any idea what's going on here. All I know is that Joachim showed me a better way, a new faith, and now I'm involved in something even I don't believe.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Let's stick to the things we know. Finding the owner of the ring, for example.
Yes, there is a particular wisdom in your words. And crying about this prophecy gibberish isn't going to keep a knife out of your ribs. I'll shut up for a while and we'll concentrate on that ring. If we find the owner, maybe we'll find out why those bloody assassins want it so badly.
That sounds fine, Virgil.
All right. Listen, Tarant is a big city, and a man needs to watch what he does and who he talks to. Believe me, I know a lot about surviving in places like this. This and worse. Just keep one eye always open, and one hand always on your weapon. You can't trust strangers, and sometimes not even your friends. I used to...
Sounds like you know a lot about surviving in the streets.
I used to... Well, that was another time. I know my way around. Just be on your guard and I'll be watching out for you as well.
Virgil, what is it? Where do you come from?
No, I don't want to talk about it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to... There's so much I have to learn. Joachim says the free man is defined by what he does today. I look no more behind me.
I see. Let's go, Virgil.
Yes. Let's keep moving forward.
There's something going on there. So let's read this telegraph. I have discovered something interesting concerning our friends with the strange amulets. Stop. I am off to investigate my theories regarding them. Please accept my humblest apologies on my inability to meet with you in Tarant. Stop. I understand all of this must be a bit disconcerting for both of you. If you have questions concerning the Panari religion, stop by any temple and speak with a priest. Stop. I believe there is one in Tarant on the northern end of Lion's Head Circle. Lion's Head Circle is also where the deed should be located for Sarah, for the mine, Bessie's mine. Stop. When you have the means, travel to the village of Stillwater. Stop. I will leave word with the innkeeper at the Bleeding Rose Inn as to where you can find me. Stop. Joachim, stop. So this is...
What is it that you want of me? Yes, of course.
So this is something now, is it? I want you guys to stay close to me. There, another paper boy. So, you need a paper, sir? Do you have any newspaper for sale? What exactly are you looking for? What is the headline of today's paper? Councilman Babcock speaks. Yes, I'm interested. About what? That would cost 2 coins to be exact. Have you got the coins for it? Yes. You have been most kind. And then, let me see. What about some older newspaper? Okay. Oh, IFS Zephyr missing. That I want to read. Don Throg still at large. Train wreck at Vermilion Station. Don Throg still at large. I'm interested in that as well. Let's start with this one though. There we go. This is Joffrey's Cheers and Gadgetry. So, the first time I was here, I got a different newspaper for the day because, of course, I couldn't arrive in the same exact day. I did it the first time I recorded. The first time the issue of the newspaper was about a dead scientist, I think, or some scientist that had an accident. Now I want to read about this Babcock. Councilman Babcock speaks. Public easement debate intensifies. The ongoing land battle between the Tarant Railroad authorities and the Mage Tribunal returns to the headlines once again, as battle lines are drawn. In review, for the past several months, the Tarant Railroad authorities have been petitioning the Council to provide them additional lands through the use of public easements. The land in question is none other than Tarant's Magick District. The Tarant Railroad authorities state that this land is required in order to build a much-needed rail yard where additional locomotives and carriages may be built and housed. Many question the motives behind such a petition, accusing the Tarant Railroad authorities of attempting to undermine the Mage Tribunal, stating that the railroad merely fears the power that surrounds the district, believing that it will eventually interfere with the railroad's operation. In an interview with us, Councilman Babcock made an unexpected comment on the situation. I fear that after reviewing the information provided by the Tarant Railroad authorities, it is my opinion that it would be in Tarant's best interest to relocate the Magick District to another area of Tarant. When asked to comment further, he responded, "Our utmost concern should be the safety of our citizens. If there is even a remote possibility that the local of the Magick District could place the railroad in peril, then it should be relocated at the earliest opportunity." Well, one wants to avoid railroad accidents now. Consider raising the levy of incomes in Tarant. And the weather. Hello. How do you do? May I ask you a question? What can I do for you, sir? I'm seeking information, sir. The Wellington's Gentlemen's Club is a nice place to go for a drink and good company, provided you enjoy the company of the richest man in Tarant. Fine. Thank you, sir. All right. Ah. 44 Devonshire Way, Picholier and Sons. And there's somebody just standing out there, and it's open, but it's late. Maybe it's not that late.
Hello.
Hello. I don't believe we've met. Your name is?
And who might you be to ask a dwarf his name? Bloody ignorant outlander, I'd say. As if a dwarf would give his name.
Well, forgive me, I wasn't aware it was such a breach in etiquette.
Excuse me. You don't need to take such treatment from this dwarf. Bloody annoying little runt, if you ask me.
Well, your opinion has been noted, Virgil.
I mean, look at him, putting on airs like he's some sort of native dwarf. I'd be surprised if he's ever even been out of the city in his entire life. You can always smell a city dwarf a mile away. He's probably got a manicure. His beard looks a bit scraggly, too. Probably out past his bedtime.
Enough, Virgil. Now, what seems to be the problem, sir?
I was saying that it was bloody rude of you to be asking me, a dwarf, for his name. It's not something to be thrown out and away like the day's rubbish.
Forgive me, I wasn't aware it was such a breach in etiquette again.
I suppose you're none to blame, stranger. Perhaps I am a little quick-tempered myself. Please forgive my harsh words. You may call me Magnus.
A pleasure, sir. What were you saying about a dwarf's name?
Well, dwarves are an ancient race, and our traditions run deep. A dwarf's true name, his family name, is a sacred thing, a thing of mystery and power. Magnus is my common name. If I knew you well, I'd also tell you my family name. But Magnus will do for now.
Why are you so protective of your family name?
Dwarven names are symbolic, a reflection of our history, who we are. A dwarf who gives just anyone his name has no respect for that history.
I see. Thank you for the lesson, Magnus. So, as an halfling, Mr. Dixon really doesn't know anything about dwarves. He saw some dwarves. Well, here now that he started his adventure, but in the village a couple of times as well. He doesn't know any better, and he's trying to be respectful, really.
It's nice to meet an outlander who tries to understand our ways. Well met, my friend. Now, how can I help you?
May I ask you a few questions?
What is it that you need to know?
Do you know what establishment this is?
Yes, I do. And I curse the day I ran across the devils who own it. Ungodly bunch they are. I can only guess what goes on behind those doors. That building is the headquarters for the infamous P. Schuyler and Sons.
Schuyler. That's how you pronounce it. Why are you loitering outside of this door, Magnus?
I might ask you the same, my friend. You seem awfully curious about P. Schuyler and Sons. What brings you here?
Well, you seem like a honest person, Magnus, so there I'm investigating a ring. It appears that they were the sellers.
Interesting. I, too, am investigating one of their products. I saw it for sale in a pawn shop down the merchant's quarter, and it had their imprint. Would you like to see it?
Yes, very much so. The dwarf shows you a rather plain-looking bronze bracelet with some faded scratchings, barely visible along its outer surface. On the inside you see the imprint of P. Schuyler and Sons. What are these carvings? I can't quite make it out.
Do you see these dwarven gauntlets I wear? They were given to me by my grandfather, who in turn received them from his. Do you see the symbol carved on them? It's the same as the symbol carved on the bracelet. These gauntlets are the only link I possess to my ancestors, my clan, lost to my family since before any of us can remember.
Who was your clan? Why was your family separated from them?
Never ask a dwarf the name of his clan. I'd sooner cut my beard than tell you the sacred name of my people. Such an action might be considered blasphemy. And as for my family, that's none of your concern. We were lost to them, and I've spent the last 200 years looking for where they might have gone.
Oh God, 200 years? Just how old are you?
Well, that's another dwarven tradition. We don't talk about our age with outlanders.
So I see. Why don't you ask the Schuyler's about the bracelet?
That, my friend, is the point of this whole story. I've tried on multiple occasions to speak with the Schuylers concerning this bracelet and where they got it. But I've been stonewalled by their employees from the very beginning. They're hiding something. I know it.
What could they possibly be trying to conceal?
The sources behind their inventory, the reasons for their reclusiveness, who knows? But I do know that I'm going to find out where they got this bracelet, regardless of what is necessary to do so.
I see. Well, perhaps we could work together.
No, I think you're a bit green just yet. Come back after you've seen a little more of the world.
All right.
A dwarf always chooses his companions wisely. And I just don't know about you. I do wish you luck in your search, though. If I do find anything out, I'll share it with you.
I'd appreciate any information you might uncover. Goodbye. So, it is late right now. I don't really want to go in there late. And I want to go in there with Magnus. So we need to level up a bit. Possibly raise our charisma or persuasion, but I think experience will do the trick. Moorland residence. Oh, greetings. Who are you? I'm Laura, the housekeeper. Could you help me with something? Maybe, that depends upon the request. Apprentice of Haggle. What goes on around here? Tarant is full of soothsayers trying to make a coin or two, but people say that Madame Tussaud can actually see the future. Okay, I'm grateful, madam. Bye. Alright, let's find that woman that wanted to give us a job. the Ulster residence. Okay. I think she might be here. I remember correctly. What's this guy standing there? Oh, he's not standing there anymore. Yeah, this is Langston Road, the Pettibone residence. Your door is locked, woman? Really? Oh, there she is. Alright. Cassandra Pettibone. Good, you came. I need to know whether you can be discreet. I have something very important I need done, but no one must know about it. Well, my discretion depends on what you're asking of me, miss. Excuse me, where are my manners? I am Mrs. Cassandra Pettibone, wife of Basil Pettibone, lower assemblyman of the Gnomish conglomerate within the Industrial Council. Welcome to my humble abode. Pleased to meet you. Now, about this job. I must tell you, I have been in such a state since that Mrs. Willoughby brought home her elven funeral dagger. She thinks she's such the 8th of fashion. So would you like me to steal it for you? Oh no, that wouldn't do. I need to upstage her. I need the most unique elven artifact of all Tarantian society. Then those shrews in the women's auxiliary will respect me. They are jealous of my good looks, you know. So, do you have something specific in mind? Here, look at this. She hands you a newspaper. Have you heard about the elven burial catacombs they've unearthed in the Morbihan Plains? Look at the engraving of this funerary stone. It is simply fabulous. I must have it. What? That seems a bit dangerous. What are you willing to pay? I would be prepared to offer you 250 coins for your troubles. That's not enough to risk my life for. 300 is my price. I'm sorry, I cannot afford such an extravagant fee. 250 gold is all I have. Well... 250 will suffice then. Excellent. Let me mark your map with the location of the elven tombs. Please hurry back with my treasure. I cannot wait to see Mrs. Willoughby's face turn green with envy. Fine. Well, I'm gonna get that artifact maybe, and then I'm gonna ask for a better price once I have it in my hands. Or I will sell it myself if somebody buys it for more money than her. I'm not that dense, but I don't know if Mr. Dixon would want to go and rob a elven cemetery, because he's quite superstitious himself. But he likes having adventures and stealing stuff. It will be a tough choice. Alright, regarding Magnus again, I want him to be in this LP because he's, as you have seen, he's a voiced companion, and he also has he has his own personal quest and has lots of interactions with Virgil, and I think their interactions and his story, Magnus' personal story, would be a great addition to the Let's Play. And unfortunately, Magnus is one of the few voiced companions, one of the 2 voiced companions, I think. Oh my god. And also one of the 2 that has a personal quest. I might be right or not. Maybe there is another companion that has this possibility of interactions, but I don't remember exactly. Anyway, you want to pick him up for a first run of the game, because Yeah, the good companions here are rare. Not good as in good with weapons or anything, good as in their personality and story and the interactions. There are not many, and Magnus is one of those companions that interacts. It is not my favorite personally, but he is what he is.